Hello, everyone. This is RexRed. I am back with another awesome EZ3D tutorial. Today, we are going to go very in-depth with animation, animating Genesis 9 figures, okay? If you want to learn how to, obviously, it's a very complex subject with many, many parts to it, okay? But what's really nice about it is that all of this is going to be contained in this one video. So if you study this video, you can learn how to animate your Genesis 9 figures. And I'm not talking about move their arm over here or or make them blink. We're talking about making them come alive and move around and do some really, really very realistic and fluid stuff, okay? Like backflips and doing the Roomba and all kinds of really cool stuff with your Genesis 9 figures, okay? So I don't want to waste your time. We're going to go right into this, okay? And we're going to go from beginning to end. So I'm going to show you everything that you need to know to do this, hopefully. And if there's anything, if you get stuck, talk to me in the comments and say, I can't figure this particular thing out. You did something too fast or whatever. And I will show you, and I always respond to the comments. I will help you figure this out. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is load the Genesis 9 dev character. Okay, this took me days, and actually animation has been something that I have worked on for quite a few years. I mean, not like some animators who are like really famous for making animation movies and everything. We're talking about Daz Studio here and basic animation, animating in After Effects, other kinds of programs like that. So we're going to go here and we're going to look for our Genesis 9 figure. And actually, I have it up here in my scripts. We'll go to Genesis 9 and we're going to just load the dev character. And the dev character is the character that's somewhat in between the male and female character, and it doesn't have a lot of certain things that are particular to any particular. It's just a simplified kind of figure, Daz figure. And so I'm going to try and be quick about this tutorial, but it's probably going to take a few hours to show you everything about this subject. I hope I have the fortitude to do this. Okay? Now, it's not that difficult to do. So, and I'm going to show you certain things that you might possibly get fetched up on, and so that you don't get fetched up on them, okay? Now, this Genesis 9 figure is, there's just like, oh my gosh, there's so much about this. Now, this Genesis 9 figure, we're going to take and we have to delete certain bones in the figure, okay? And I'm just going to start by deleting them, okay? So you have to get these bones to show up in your character. And I believe I can't seem to get them to go away now, but you can do that by going into this joint editor and create tools. Now, when I go out of this joint editor to say translate, well, they go away. All right, so this is what you have to do is you have to go to tools and you have to select the joint editor and they will appear, okay? Now, this is different. Well, I guess it's not. I guess I was just having a problem getting the joint editor to go away. But all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to select This is, it says left pectoral. This has to be deleted, okay? So we're going to get close enough so you can kind of see what this is. This is a bone, okay? So we're going to right-click, delete, delete bone. That's simple. Select that, right-click, delete, delete bone. I'm not going to go into why and all that because we have a lot to cover, okay? Now, we have the hand here, okay? We're going to zoom in as close into the hand as we can. We're going to get out of Iray, go into texture shaded mode so we can do this. Turn the light on. It never seems to work. I guess I'm not sure why until I start working on the scene a little more. And then I can turn the light on. But maybe it's once I get a camera. Now, we have 4 bones that we have to delete out of the hand, okay? They're in the wrist part, okay? And you have to be careful because this one is really tricky. These ones are called metacarpals, okay? And we have to delete 4 of these. And if you can see, this one hand bone goes over top of this metacarpal. So you have to make sure you don't delete the hand bone, but you delete the metacarpals. Because these we're going to export this figure into Mixamo. And Mixamo is going to give us all of these massive Animate2. So you have to, I don't know that you have to have Animate2. You might be able to get by with the free version that comes with Daz. If not, you have to purchase Animate2, okay? That's pretty much the only thing you have to, you might have to have an Adobe account to access Mixamo, all right? So now you right-click. So this is a metacarpal. This is the index finger metacarpal. So we're going to delete that bone. Now it takes me to the hand bone. You don't want to delete the hand bone, okay? It will throw everything. You just want the right mid-metacarpal. Delete bone. And then we have the ring metacarpal. Delete bone. And we have one more. We have the pinky metacarpal. Delete that bone. And remember, see, we still have the hand bone there. Okay, now we're going to go to this hand. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to delete the left. Always make sure you come in here. This is something you're only going to have to possibly do once. Okay, and a lot of this process, you know, some of the things are very quick to kind of do. And some of them are going to take you hours to do, okay? But once you're done, you end up with a ton of you look down here at these. I don't want to click them because my figure will move. You will end up with a bunch of really nice animating Animate2 things, whatever they are. All right, so we're going to right-click. This is the left index metacarpal, and we're going to do the mid-metacarpal, delete. If you don't do this right, it won't work, and we're going to delete the pinky one, okay? Delete this bone. So we did the pectorals here. We did the hands and the feet, okay? It's not that difficult. Now, the feet one are a little bit harder to kind of see because what you have is you have the one inside of another, and it's the short one. This is the left metacarpal. You don't want to click the foot one, okay? You want to click the metacarpal here. We're going to delete that bone, and then we're going to go to the other foot, and see it's inside. It's like a shard that's inside of a shard. And you want to select that, right-click, and hit delete bone. Okay, that's it. That's all that's what we have to do to get the figure prepped. Oh, there's one more thing. We go into parameters, and we go and select the Genesis 9 figure. Go into parameters, and we turn this to base resolution. Okay, it's ready to export. So now we're going to go File, Export, and we're going to export this as an FBX, and I'm going to save this where? We're going to save this in 1A Mixamo, and one of this says Save Mixamo Pose Presets. Okay, that's not it. Mail. Okay, this is all right. So we're going to say we're going to create a new folder, and we'll call this Genesis 9 bones deleted 2 FBX. Okay, so we're going to do this bones deleted 2. We'll just put this inside here. Genesis 9 bones DELETE deleted 2. Okay, and then we're going to save this, and this is going to pop up, and I don't think we need these here. We don't need props. We don't need this. Include rotation. Include. We don't need animation. Embed textures. Yeah. I think this is it. All right, and we're going to. I don't think we need to include animation because we're not. There's no animation along with this. And follow static for merge. All right, embed textures. Okay, so we're going to click accept. And it's going to export this figure. Okay, I think it's done. So now we go here to open a browser, and you go to Mixamo.com, and this is going to, now you might have to have an Adobe account. And the thing is that you could get it might even be worth just getting an Adobe account for a month, okay? Because what you will achieve out of this, there are 96 animations per page, and there are 26 pages. So, Echo, what's 26 times 96?
26 times 96 is 2,496.
So 26 times 96, that's 2,000 animations, okay, for $50, okay? And this will give you, and now this is not the figure that I just made, so I'm going to upload character, select the character. Now we got bones deleted 2. Now this is what I just saved. All right, I'm going to click on it. It's going to try to load it, and it's probably going to fail, okay? And so what you have to do is it fails and fails and fails, and then it works, okay? So I don't know why. It's a bug in the program, but you just keep doing it and have faith. If you deleted your metacarpals and the pectorals and the foot bones, and you set it to base and all of those things that you exported, I think I got them right, okay? It should work, okay? All the check boxes, okay, that I had for exporting, okay? And like I said, this is it. Every time you go into Mixamo, it remembers your previous character, so you don't have to upload it again. Here it is. It worked the first time, okay? So this is the character that I just took the bones out of the hands and the feet and the pectorals, okay? So we're going to go next. Your 3D character has been uploaded. Proceed with new. The previous character will not be saved, okay? So we're going to go next. And look what we got here. We have our character here. And look how cool this is. Now, the thing, all you have to do is select these, and your character goes into this animation. This is a zombie walk. Okay, this is sitting and clapping. You want somebody to sit and clap. What good is it? What use do these have? Well, of course they would be useful in games, but in Daz Studio, what you can do is put a simple background here or no background, and you can use these characters. Like I could have them appearing in my screen on this broadcast, and just whenever I say something that I think is funny, because I'm like a funny kind of guy. I say very funny things all the time. So I could just have this, push a button and have this person like appear like over in the corner, like down in the corner here of the screen, clapping and saying, "Yay, that was funny." All right. So it's just, and the thing is there's no background, or I could have like, this is the Thriller, I think Thriller. Yeah, this is a dance move. I mean, look at, this is Genesis 9, people, okay? Look at what we've got Genesis 9 doing here, okay? I think we'll use this one, all right? So what you do is once you find something that you really like, this is a very cool dance move. So I could have them just appear over in the side. And this could be any character, Genesis 9 character, with their hair, with their pants, wearing a dress, or whatever kind of figure that you want. All right? So and I'm going to show you how to make it work, okay? Because you could try this and run into a lot of different problems. Let's go over a few. This is on page 1. So we'll go and we'll save this. Okay, we're going to download. It says download. You just leave this the way it is. Click download. And then this should pop up. And I don't know if it's going to remember. Yeah, this is Thriller Part 3 and FBX. And I just save it. And I now have this animation. And it's not an aniBlocks yet. Okay, but I'll show you. And so what you do is you just go through and you put these aniBlocks on your figures, and let's go to page like 5 or something, and let's find something. And it looks like that's the same clap, but they're not the same, okay? And here's salsa dancing. Okay, look at how smooth this is. This is Genesis 9 with a few bones missing. So this is like absolutely amazing. So we've got a golf, playing golf. And you could actually put a putt in their hand and attach it to their parent it to their body, and it would work. So this is... This is a dream come true. Now, I have a very powerful computer. So if you don't have a powerful computer, you're going to have to pare down some aspects of this. Like you may not be able to render at 1,000, an animation at 1,000 by 1,000. I mean 10,000 by 10,000. Pixels, okay? You might have to render it at maybe 800 by, but, to have a small person like down in the corner come up and animate and all, how much resolution does that really have to have, okay, is the question. And so if you, this one's kind of cool. This is rejected. Oh. Oh. I feel for you. Oh. So, Yeah, and so there's a lot of really there's blow a kiss. There's all kinds of there's hug handshakes. So you'd have to really kind of get your characters treadmill running, and this is running in one place. Okay, so they're not moving ahead actually. Then you have running. This is holding a torch and walking backwards, and it will and you can have them do it in place too. See, they have, or you can mirror it and make them switch the torch hand. Okay, not all of them have in place or mirror. All of them have a mirror option. Okay, so you can then you just save this as the mirror option. As you can see, it just took me a moment. I don't want to spend too much time going through these, but I'm going to go and show you a few more just so that you know. And then there's also the option of paying Adobe, and they have like thousands and that like 17, I don't know, million of these things, you know. And I think it costs like $1,000 for a year to get access to them or something. It's like very expensive. I'm not sure. Let's see. So, well, all right. Look into this because you can get because I was like looking for somebody throwing a discus, and no pole vault, no. So there are tons of things. Riding a bike, driving a car. I saw somebody getting into a car. You got someone's closing doors and opening doors, closing down things, writing on stuff, pushing buttons on a console. You got a bunch of really nice things here. So they really went out of their way to pick the best kind of things that you could really want. Most people would want to start with, and a lot of kind of fun dance ones and all. Taking an item, here it is. Here's like just basic stuff, picking something up and saying, wow. And you could put something down there. How they would grab it, you'd have to have them grab it, add that into the animation. Their hand's already doing it, so at some point you'd have to pair that to their hand and then have them bring it up. And so within the animation, but it's just kind of nice because look how quickly I can just put that animation on the figure, and there they are. Now this is breakdancing. Okay, I mean this is amazing, and they give you a bunch of them so that you can string them together. And these kind of they do like if you put one aniBlock and then another aniBlock after it, they kind of just flow right into each other. So this is quite an amazing thing. Open the door outwards. Look at this one. So the part that I told you was going to be very time consuming, that's this part, okay, where you select them, you download them, opening the door outwards. I think I've got this one already. Download. And so you just go through, and I've already got this. Open the door outwards. As you can see, I have a lot of them, okay? And I saved them in the mirror pose, and I saved them in some of them are like stand still and walk. So, because I really want to bring my characters, and look at these. They have some poses also. Look at this. This is a female dance pose. A male could do it too, but this is just a pose. But you can just instantly put your character into it. Basically, these animation poses are like hundreds of poses a second, or not a sec, 30 poses. They're actually, as they're moving through the pose, each one is a pose. So this website here is giving you these poses many, many poses, laying down poses. There's a laying down. It's like, okay, you want them here. Okay, so stop them right about there, or you can stop them at any point. Like, okay, there's a sitting pose right there. Okay, so now you have a sitting pose, and so you just stop it here, and your character in Daz stop it there, and there's their pose. So you have this. Gives you access to many poses, but also these animations they bring your characters alive. And you could say, well, you could bring them into your Daz character into Unreal, or you could bring them into Blender. Well, all your other stuff is in Daz. Like all of your props and all of your scenery and all of your backgrounds and all of your hair and all of your, it's like, this is how you bring these animations into Daz. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. I just wanted to kind of bring it home that each one of these, once you get your character in here, this character will do what we're trying to get it to do. And so once you get your Genesis 9 character in here and you get your, that is an amazing pose right there. Just really an amazing pose. And this is our Genesis 9 character. So this, and if you need, you could just tweak it a little bit once you get the character to this. I mean, I have thousands of poses already, so it's not the poses that excite me as much as it is these. This is a zombie scream, and you'd have to move their mouth to, add that part in Daz. So you just add some vowels and consonants and have them move their mouth from one vowel to another, and you've got some kind of scream. You've got something happening. And I don't see any blinks, so if you really want to, you'd have to add some blinks to this. But this is how you get Genesis 9, and it loaded it on the first try. And once, okay, now this is not going to be the character you'll be using. We're just using this character as a vehicle to carry this pose into Daz Studio, so that we can then apply this pose as an aniBlock to any Genesis 9 figure, and they'll have all of their bones and everything, okay? So, like I said, so this is the process we've gone through so far. Just to recap, because this is the first kind of half of this process, okay? So we put the Genesis 9 dev figure into Daz. Then we took the pectoral bones, the hand bones, the feet bones out, and we lowered its to base resolution. Then we saved it as an FBX file, and you have to check all of those boxes and uncheck all the boxes that I had. I believe that's how this, because obviously this is how this works. Okay, so then what we do, and this we used that was called Thriller. I think that was on the first page. Let's go to page 1. And see if it's still there. Where is the Thriller one? See, I think it shuffled them. It shuffled it. This is because I'm not seeing it here anymore. So I think, and I don't know whether if it shuffles it through where you can end up with a lot of, I think every time you maybe you go through this. But these poses are absolutely amazing. So Mutant Punch, I don't know that it shuffles it that much, okay? Because I think if it does shuffle it, it's still going to be kind of the same thing. So I don't know if you'd come in a month and find some new ones here or what, but my suggestion is to get as many of them onto this depth. Now if I close this out, this is Mixamo. Okay, if I close this out and I open my browser back up in Mixamo, and I go back to Mixamo, it logs me in, and there's that exact same figure. So I'm ready to go in there, put a pose on it, and download it and save it. Okay, so download and save it. Taunt, and it puts the name there, which is nice, of the animation. So it's done. That was 12 megabytes. So this is a really amazing. This is Catwalk. Now I think I have some of that one already, but as a 180-degree turn, download. So no, and this is tight. So they're kind of like close steps. They're not big, long steps. I believe that's what that means. Now, so all right. So we're done this part. So then what we do is we go back here into Daz. We get rid of the Genesis 9 figure. Okay, and then we go File, Import. Okay, and if you go, okay, Mixamo, Genesis 9. Now this is all of those FBX files that I downloaded from Mixamo and put in here. These are the ones that I downloaded. And so each one of these is that Genesis 9 figure with that animation baked into it, okay? I don't know if baked is the right word, but it's within it, okay? So let's find the Thriller one. Let's THR Thriller Part 3. Here's the one we just made. So I double click on that, okay? Now this is what you set to import it. As only, and it remembers, Daz remembers it. So we want to include animation. We want to go to Mixamo.com, not animation, but Mixamo.com. That's already in there. And then include polygon sets and include polygon groups. Okay, so we go accept. Okay, and it brings that character in. Now, something about this doesn't look right, but I assume it's right. So I'm just going to guess I might have done something horribly wrong with this, but this just doesn't look right. But let's hope it's right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to right-click. Now make sure, now open your timeline, okay, which is down here. If it's not here, go to your window panes and open timeline, okay, which would be S timeline here, okay, and that will open, and if it opens in a little square, drag it down so that it's down here in this bottom part here. Then go also into your window. If you don't have the Animate or Animate2 or box here, go down here to go to window and go to panes, find the Animate2. I just closed it. Animate2. And it might come up as a box, and then you have to drag the tab that's inside the box and drop it down here, okay? And so you should have your timeline and your Animate2. Now, when you load this figure in, it has all of this. I don't know why this has so many bones here to it. This doesn't look right at all, but let's hope it is, okay? Now, so we're going to go here and right-click, and it says Create. Now, make sure you have your Genesis 9 figures, this one we just imported in, and you have it selected here, so it's yellow here and yellow there, and then right-click in this gray spot and say Create aniBlocks from the studio, from the timeline, and then select this checkbox, and what they do and why, I don't know. I don't know what transform objects, POV, like a point of view, or I don't know, persistence of vision. I don't know what this objects, point of view, example, bake, create. No idea what this does, but but it works. Okay, so you select this transform object, and you also select the morphs values, and you don't need scale because nothing's actually in this particular morph is scaling. If their head was blowing up or something, then you would want to in the animation on Mixamo, then you would want to, or Mixamo, you would want to then have scale also involved. Okay, so we click done, and it looks like it did it. All right, so then we want to go here, and I forgot the name of that, so I'm going to go here, File, Import. We're going to type in Thrill. And I'm going to go okay. This is the one that I actually did. Okay, I'm not sure, but okay, we're going to do this. Okay, I'm going to copy this file name, copy, all right? And then we're going to close that. So we're going to right-click now on this and rename it and paste so that we know what the name of this. So you have to name the aniBlock and say, okay. Then you right-click and say on the aniBlock, okay, on this this thing here, and say Save as New. And then I'm going to go into, I would save these in this Animate folder, which is in your My 3D Daz library, aniBlocks, Animate, and then you'll come into this place. I don't know if you'll have this or not, but it's in the Animate. There's dance, fighting, gestures. None of these probably will work with your Genesis 9 figures. There are very few aniBlocks that have been made for Genesis 9. So create a folder called Original aniBlocks, okay? And these are, and then this is, it takes the name that you put on the aniBlock as the file name also. It automatically does that. And you just click Save. Okay, so this is now Thriller Part 3. Now we delete this, okay? And let's put in now a Genesis 9 figure. Now, we should see this here. Now, when I go into gestures, we'll go into gestures, and then we'll come out, and then we'll go into my original. This is how you select it. Somewhere here as CD. I'm not sure how to get to the end here now. Oh, I might have to go like this. No, that doesn't do it. I think I have too many aniBlocks. Maybe if I select that one. No, it's not letting me get over there. I'm not sure how that works. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go into I hope this is something I can actually do. My Daz 3D library. We go here. We go to Daz. We go to aniBlocks. What is it? My Daz 3D library. Where is that? Okay, here. aniBlocks. Animate. Original aniBlocks. Oh, gosh. All right. Climbing down. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go. This is original aniBlocks. Okay. This is new folder. 9. Okay. We're going to put all of these. These are all Genesis 9 ones. Okay. So we might as well throw these all in here. And then we're going to go into this Genesis 9, and we'll go new folder. We'll just say A for A aniBlocks. because we're going to have a bunch of these. So we're going to go X, and I don't even know if this would fit 24 of these in here. So we'll go A. Let's go A to dash A to H. All right, and let's put A through H in here. G. Oh, that's all. Okay, let's see. Let's go A through C. Because there's a lot of them, A through C. And then we'll start new folder, D through ABCD, ABC, D, E, F, G through G. We'll go D through C, D, E, F. It's A through D, F, D, E, F. Yeah, that's okay. So we'll go D through F. So we'll go A through C, and we'll take these here and C all the way to C. X, and we'll put these in here. Let's hope this works. I don't know if this is going to work or not. V, moving these around on Daz Studio. Daz could complain like crazy. Now we go to D, and we'll just go these F, D to F. Move them there. Move here. Okay, so this should allow me now to see these thriller ones. Okay, we'll do the... Oh. All right, so now let's go here, go out of here. And then we'll go back into original. And original aniBlocks. And it's not showing any now. Genesis 9. Oh, okay, they're in the Genesis 9. Okay, there we go. It does work. So, all right, so now what we're going to do is put in a Genesis 9 figure. Okay, so we don't have to use the, we'll use Nathan, I guess. Nathan's a good figure. We're not going to use the HD. You probably should stay away from HD figures in animations because they have high density resolution, and so for their their geometry within them, and so you should probably stay away from that. Now, there's a procedure to make this work right. Okay, you have to follow a procedure. I'm going to show you this procedure. Okay, you can't just put the aniBlocks on and then start putting clothes on and hair, and you can't do it. It has to go in a certain progression, okay, of how you set up the animation. It's not hard. It's just it won't work unless you do it a certain way, okay? So you want to get your figure in first. You want to change your figure, get the clothing on, get their hair on, and then there's a certain trick, okay, to making it work. Okay, so here's the figure. Now, as you can see, this figure has the pectoral bones, and it has the hand bones, and it has the feet bones, okay? It's not like we got rid of them in the figure itself. We just got rid of them in that particular dev figure so that we could bring it into Daz, into Mixamo. All right, so now what we're going to do first is go into parameters, and we're just going to lower his resolution because I don't need him to have high resolution for an animation, okay? He just doesn't have to. It's not a portrait kind of render. It's a, I don't know why my nose is all itchy. So it's not a portrait kind of render. It's an animation which is going to be kind of far away, so you won't notice any of that. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to put some kind of pants on him, and you decide what you have to. You can't do the animation part first, and I'll show you why. Okay, you have to do. So this looks like a pair of pants here. Let's do the pants. You have to put the clothes on, hair on, pants on, whatever they're going to wear. You have to put that on first. Okay? And then you have to put okay, so we'll put the top on. And I guess that's good. And then we're going to put the hair on, some kind of hair on. Okay? That's I mean, it's the kind of the animation. This is going to look good, okay? It's just that it's going to look really good. Now I wonder if I could get this toon hair. I wonder if it would be like that multicolored hair for Genesis 9. Can we give him that color hair? Poses. Let's do it, lower the amount of hair, the hairstyle. I guess I might have to select the hair itself. Short, curled style. Okay, this is better, I think, lower, okay. And then we got these materials. There's some really funky ones. Let's go with let's give him some really cool hair. That didn't work. Surfaces, maybe it did. Let's see it. Let's go into Iray. Yeah, it did. All right. So what we're going to do now, I think we can't hide that. We have to have the bones showing because we've got another process that we have to do, okay? So we're going to go out of Iray. Now, I think what I'd like to do is change my environment a little bit. So we're going to go into let's go to the environment tab and let's pick a backdrop and find one, browse. This is going to be, I don't know, now that I think of it, he's going to have that monster hair. This is Thriller. So I'm not sure how this is all going to work, but let's go through here. Let's find Twilight. Okay, now what we're going to do is, now what I normally do is don't put any backdrop here so that there isn't going to be a, well, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's render this with no backdrop, okay? Because that's harder. As you can see, I can put any kind of backdrop in here. Let's see. Now we put the backdrop in and Iray, and then we take the environment, and we go here. See this floor? He's standing on the floor and creating a shadow. If you want the background to be like no background, okay, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to none, and then we're going to go back to our scene and go to our environment options, parameters, and turn off the ground. Okay, so we go here and turn it off. So there's no ground here. So, and the problem is now we got a background, is now it's, okay, so we have to go to backdrop and go none. And now what this will be, it will be invisible, so that all we're going to have in our video will be this guy, and whatever you put him in front of, it will be invisible. I believe this, yeah, it will, because it's that way when you bring him into Photoshop. So now you think, okay, well, you got to put this animate, this thriller thing on him, and he's ready to go. No, there's one more thing. Now he's got his clothing. He's in his, before you do any animation at all, you have to click on Nathan. You have to zoom in here, and you have to do this drop down thing and click on the hip, okay? And you have to take this, see this, this green, because once that you select hip, see it's gone, but once you select hip, you'll see a little red vector thing and a green vector here. And so you go up to the arrow, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see this. This green, only the green vector, and you see there's a little arrow up here, okay? You have to select that and drag it down, and I'll show you where we drag it to. And you have to do this before you do any animation, okay? And you select that and drag it down until it's roughly about at the middle of the floor. Now, if you don't do that, he'll slide all over the floor. He'll jerk and jump around, okay? It won't work, okay? So if he's jerking and jumping around, okay, it's because you didn't put his clothes on and hair on and shirt on, then drag this down. You can't drag this down and then put his clothes and hair on, and the animation won't work. You have to put all of his clothes and hair on and everything that's going to go on him or her. And when your character is done, then you come in here, select your character, select the hip, and drag this down. Okay? That's the last thing you do before you put your animation on him. Okay? And then you come in here and you drag this animation up here into your animation line. Okay? And unfortunately, we're not going to, okay, we go to texture shaded. We're not going to be able to really play this animation in Daz. We have to export it, okay? But I'll try it a little bit. Notice it works, okay? It's a little bit jerky, but I'll tell you, it's not. Notice how this thing is doing this weird thing. It's keeping him like the ground. It's saying this is where the ground is. And so this is really cool, okay? So, all right, we're going to stop this. We're going to rewind this. Now, as you can see, we've got Genesis 9. It works. We've got Genesis 9 dancing to this awesome beat. Now, can you move the environment and do other things? I think so. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to rotate the dome a little bit. We're going to, because we still have a lighting, we still have dome lighting in here. And if I see the dome was over here and he wasn't very lit, I'd kind of like to get his hair lit a little more. So what we do is now this is like from straight on. And I could maybe take this environment lighting and bring it up to 3, I think. I think that makes it brighter. Yeah. And I think that's good. So, all right. We want him to stand out a little bit. Now, like I said, do not edit his clothing, anything on his body. Okay, we're going to rewind this, make sure this is the first frame, okay? Now, what we're going to do is now go into render settings, general, Now I can render him at a 2000. Now we'll go here to the timeline. There are 768 frames in this, okay? Now I can render 768 frames in about maybe 2 hours. That are like 2000. I'd like him. I'd like to get him in a really nice. I can always make him smaller, make a smaller video, but I'd like to have him at least HD, which 2000 by one. Let's see. Let's go 1920 by 1080. Oh, we don't have. We've got him in some kind of. We got him in a golden ratio. Let's go to, see, I don't need to go widescreen because I'm just going to be cutting him out of the video. So he's not going to, this gray part is going to all be invisible. It's just going to be whatever I put him in, he's going to be the only thing there, and whatever background will show through that I put this video in front of. Okay, so I'm going to leave this. I might as well leave it at 2000 because I just want it to look nice. And now we go to this progressive render, and I'm going to say the maximum time per frame to be, let's say, 30 seconds, which it won't use that 30 seconds because, and we're going to only let this go to 1,000 iterations. All right. And that's a lot, but it's not so much the iterations. It's like each frame has to kind of set up. I'll show you. All right. Now, I'm not going to put on any denoising. I don't really believe in denoising. If I'm going to denoise something, I just don't. I don't think there's going to be any noise in this because I'm not using any lights except the environment lighting right now. It is actually also using the camera light because I don't have a light in the scene. Let's see what happens when we put a spotlight in here. Now, I just think he looked better without the spotlight. I think it's just nice, even lighting. And now we can go into the tools. We can go to translate and turn off. No, I don't think it's not going to let me turn off. I don't know why. It's kind of like it doesn't let me turn off the joints. The visual of the joints. Let's go to Nathan. And let's go to tools. Go to translate. No, see, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I think it's because the clothing, all kinds of other things. I hope I haven't corrupted this. But let's see now what happens now. What we're going to do is go back into General, and we're going to select Image Series. And then we're going to call, for the series base name, we'll go just call it. We'll just call it Thriller. So it'll go Thriller 1, Thriller 2 for each image, 3, and so on. And then we're going to go here. And we're going to go up to the animation series. And this one, we're going to create a folder to put all of these. And this one's going to be called New Folder. Thriller. All right, here we go. Select the folder. And I know there's something I'm missing here, but let's see. There's 768 frames. Okay, so we're gonna allow the headlamp when no scene lights. It does have an HDRI, but okay, so this is going to render 700 frames, okay, of this guy dancing around. So it's going to be a nice 30 frames per second. It's going to be, Echo, how many times does 30 go into 700?
700 divided by 30 is approximately 23.3333.
So it's going to be 23 seconds. That's a long video, okay, of him doing the thriller thing. Okay, so this is pretty cool. All right, so I just want to double check everything. Now go to the progressive render again. Okay, now make sure that your render quality enable is off. Okay, and that was another thing I missed. And now the thing is, the maximum samples, if you go down to like 500, he kind of looks a little blurry. If you go down below 1,000, like to like for this pixel size, if you go down to like 500, it gets blurry. It just doesn't look sharp. So I would say not to for the pixel size. Now, if they're only standing in a little small area, you could make the more narrow. I could bring this width in a little bit, turn the constraints off. But the thing is I don't want him to walk out of the to get cut off by the sides. So I'm going to leave myself a little bit of room there. Just play your animation and see how this works. Now, also in this part here, you want to make sure that you have your NVIDIA Iray selected here. And right now I don't have a camera, so I'm going to create a camera. I might as well. And apply the perspective view, create the camera, look at it through the camera, see what this looks like. Okay. And we're going to save this now as .duff Mixamo scenes. We're going to call this thriller. All right. It's just a lot of checklists. I told you I was going to show you everything you need to know to do this, okay? So, yeah, my videos that I've been at this an hour. All right? This is, this process cannot be shown to you, in 5 seconds, okay? It's something that really needs it needs a long term video, and luckily I'm able to do this stuff live without all these cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts. All right, so and it seems as though these live videos that they're it's like it's so much better that when somebody chops it all into little tiny bits and throws all this stuff in and makes it so short that you really can't really do the whole thing that you're trying to do. This is a complex process, okay? So I believe now we're ready to start rendering this, okay? So it's not going to have these lines here and all, and it seems as though everything is right here. Let me just go one more time through this, 30 seconds. Now, okay, so we're going to go here to, and we're just going to hit render, okay? And we'll take and let it kind of do its thinking for the first frame. It's already doing the first frame. And it's, all right, there was, okay, frame 1 is done. No, it's rendering. Okay, frame 1's done. All right, so this is what's nice about having two 3090 graphics cards. Now, so if this takes my computer like an hour or an hour and a half to do this, maybe 2 hours, if you don't have two 3090s, it might take your computer 4 hours, 5 hours. So just do it overnight while you're sleeping. Your computer's not probably doing anything anyway. And then the next, so you can achieve this same kind of thing. And you know what? The thing is that what I don't see on YouTube, ever, except a couple of very few, very few YouTube creators. I don't see humans dancing around, 3D humans dancing around and appearing, it's like, oh yay, I just said something funny and somebody and a Daz figure comes in and starts doing a little dance or something. It's nowhere. Nobody knows. So what I'm showing you is the ability to take even some Genesis, if you have a few articles of clothing, you use the Genesis 9 stock figures and a few hair items, and you can make the same figure do all. If you happen to have a lot of different clothing items and a lot of different things, you can have your figures do. You can have them do all kinds of animation things and appear as your B-roll in your videos and appear as live while you're out live. You just push a button on your Elgato Stream Deck, and all of a sudden, this a human is dancing or clapping or doing or blowing a kiss, and there's none of that. It's like right now the creators on Daz Studio are like on YouTube are like kindergarten level. They use like little video clips of movies, or little sections of movies, and blah, and somebody saying yeah or whatever. It's just that these little animations, as you can see now, I'm already up to frame 15, and it's been 3 minutes. Okay, so you figure it out. 15 times 700. We got 700. 700, and I'm not sure exactly how many. I didn't leave it on the right window. But there's 700 and something to go through. Now, I can show you what these frames look like now. So we go here to this animation series. This is going to be in Thriller. And this is going to be our first frame of the video. And you look at that, and that is some pretty nice looking. Yep. And he's going to get out and do his little jive dance. Now, something that I don't like right here is that his shirt is being cut off here. I might have problems here. Let's see how bad this looks. Yeah, see, it's probably bad enough that I should stop this before it goes up to 80 million of them and then cancel. If I can fix this, then I can. So I might be able to fix this. I might not. See, this is quite serious. All right, so because what could happen is if I could just move his pants, his shirt a tiny bit, and throw off the entire. Because, like I said, you'd move everything, you put everything on him, then you move this down, and then you leave him. All right, so but we're going to try this. We're going to go to our perspective view and see if I can just yank this out a little bit. All right, that's too much. Z. Street style top. Okay, I'm going to turn it sideways. Okay, let's go here. Let's pull this out just. There it is. That should be enough. Okay, now let's go back to our camera. Let's try playing our animation and see if I just took. Okay, see, I'm seeing some problems here with the shirt, and I don't know if I can animate the shirt, do anything with this shirt after the fact. But let's go to the pants, and let's go to parameters. Let's go back to the beginning of our animation. Let's street style pants, loosen buttocks, loosen crotch, and now the tile top. Loosen lower. That's what we wanted to do here. Okay, loosen lower a little more. Okay, and let's see. Now this was the pants. See, this is just really, I don't know if this is going to work. Loosen. Okay, we just want that loosened enough so that it... Okay, back to our... Oh, I just moved my camera. That was terrible. Now let's go to animate. Let's see what happens when we play this. It looks like he jumps, and I don't remember if that was part of the animation. But I'm quite sure it is, because okay, now I don't see his butt coming through as much. Oh, we got a problem there in the crotch. Okay, street style. Let's go back to the beginning. So you have to kind of dicker with this stuff. Pants, loosen crotch. What's this? And let's take tool settings, mesh grabber, perspective view. Pull that out a little bit. This out a little bit. And let's take this shirt. Pull this out a little bit here. Okay. And let's pull this out here. Go back to the camera. Let's see if we've destroyed anything here. Yeah, I highly recommend trying to watch. See, there's a part here. We go back a little bit. Let's go here. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Okay. think that's his hand. Okay, let's rewind it and let's play it. Yeah, that's his hand. It looked like he was getting a little poke through there, but oh, no, it's right here. His hand. Maybe it's not. See, you just can't do much with stuff like this because it's like baked into every frame. And look, you see his arm is coming right up to that shirt. And if I go in there, I'm going to have a mess to clean up. See that? It's like baking right into that. There's not much I can do. I would have to do it frame by frame to fix that. Let's see. And that's like 30 frames a second. Where does it start? Okay, let's okay, see, this looks kind of okay, but we're going to go now to our parameters and this one. Bend it out. See the next frame, it's going to bend right back in. So we bend it out again. The next frame, bend it out again. Next frame. See, it just keeps moving. Each frame, it goes back to that original. So you have to kind of bend it out. Until it's fixed. Next frame. Next frame. Next frame. So animation can be some tedious work. I told you I was going to show you everything you needed to know. Well, this is how you get into some of the micro editing of your animation, just in case you encounter this problem. Now, there might be a way to fix this and to go and like delete a bunch of frames and then just kind of delete some of the rotate frames, the bend frames. There is a way to do it, but I'm not quite there yet in my research. I figured I'd start this and show you where I am so far in this. So if we can just, I think this is just a small little section where he kind of gets a little bit too close there to his shirt, and his shirt is trying to like actually form around his arm, because that's what this smoothing stuff does. It has collision properties. So now this could be like, this could take an hour alone. But that's the thing, is that you don't want to spend like 2 hours rendering it and saying, oh, his hand was wrong and his his skin's poking out and his hair is going right through his, his ear. Don't do that, okay? Fix it. Try and stop it. If you see something happening, stop it. Fix it so your animation is perfect. And it's really hard to do that. It really, really is, because and I hope his arm doesn't look like it's just kind of like going like this when he's going around the corner. There's a possibility of that, where it just looks like it's shaking because of the different, how off it is. So 23. Try to get it in the ballpark. We're at 2350. And eventually it will work its way. 2356. Okay, I'm just going to use that amount. Next frame. I'm going to copy this. Copy. Okay. And looks like he's coming out of it. I could just messed up. Copy. All right. All right. Next frame. Now, something you can do also, and I would do this before you go and lower that that hip bone, is you can, if you're not going to have them smile, you can delete their teeth. And if they're far enough away from the camera, you don't have to have the tear part. You can delete the tear also. Just cuts a little bit of time out of your render. Okay. Come on. Now, I think this is starting to get a little further than I want it to be. I'm going to eye it from here on in. I don't want it to jerk. That's the thing, is that to like kind of jump. Next frame. I think I'm better off eyeing this. I really wish Windows had more automation for things. Easy automation where I could just say, open up a little script window and say, and click this, and say run. And, you know, there are, but it's like you have to have, it's like somebody's laughing, whoever made that, and said, well, you know, you got to pay a tech guy like $10,000 a day to help you automate a simple process like, you know, click this, drag that by an increment, and then click this and drag it by an increment. And it's kind of a simple script. Windows is just so not there right now. What would be nice is if you know, there was some AI that would say, you know, you're doing a repetitive task. Would you like me to do the next 5? You know, and follow your. Okay, it looks like we might be about here now. We're getting there. We're getting close to this. He's starting to move his hand out or his body in. So we can kind of, this might actually be acceptable in a little bit. So like I'm saying, like I said, oh, I've moved my camera again. Really bugs me that I didn't lock my camera. All right, I should be in the perspective view right now. See, it may not look like it's that bad right now. The way this is like it just looks like his arm is kind of bumped into his shirt a little bit. But the thing is, and you noticed that poke through right there was pretty bad. The problem is that in the animation, it might actually accentuate this problem more. It seems to be throwing a lot of other things off as well. So eventually to start moving his arm out. I have no idea how this is going to come out, actually. And there's a possibility that I've thrown off the ballast thing where he's... So there's a possibility of me messing that up too, as well. That could have been messed up. Oh, and look at his hand going through his foot. See, that's another problem here now we've got. His fingers are going right through. So my next learning curve is going to be learning, okay, this right upper arm. Okay, right upper arm, there's a bend property here. It's the twist. Okay, what are we using? We got twist. Let's bring this up. Because this isn't twist. This is, okay, this is twist, but it's bend. So where's, okay, general transform, twist, right upper arm, properties. Here's bend. Okay, so how do do I select these? Select. Okay, is there like a delete keyframe node? Okay, so I wish there was like a delete, because I could just move this and like, but there's all these frames here. Add create keys, but I don't see delete. This delete selected keys. How do I zoom in on this? There's a way to zoom in too. See, this is the part of it where I've got a little bit of learning to do on my own. This part I haven't quite learned yet. So there's got to be a way to select these. So that's delete that one key. It's not what I'm trying to do. Angus, hello, my friend. Hello. So we're just going to have to go back to the old-fashioned way. We're going to do this the tedious way. We bend this out. Next frame. Bend this out. This is horrible. Next frame. There's his hand going right through his pants. Bend that out. Okay, I went to the beginning. Let's play this for a bit. Let's see what happens when we play it. Bend. See, it's right in there as well. Starts about here. I just wish I could delete these, figure out how to delete these. It's just this, it's too bad because this, it's really, there's so much promise in this animator here in Daz, and it's within a program that has so much, you know, so much content, and it's like, previous. All right, so I just can't seem to figure out how to. I mean, I can't delete these because there's so much. So, all right, well, I guess this is going to pretty much do it. You can see basically there that what this requires is getting down and fixing your animations so that things during the animation, and it's allowing me to do this. It hasn't thrown off the animation so far, other than the fact that it's allowing because you should see what happens when you move that hip bone down and then put the clothes on after. The animation doesn't come out right. So this is really too bad because I mean, there are a lot of, like, just look at that. See, this is just horrific. And see, I'm not sure how to rewrite the tweens. You know, I wish I could just say, you know, to say, pick this part right here. And, you know, you think, well, just get rid of the shirt, you know, and it's probably not going through his chest. But the problem is his leg also. His hand going through his leg. So I have to go and do a crash course on editing to see if there's a way. Okay. Because I can't figure out how to just select a few of these keys. It's not letting me. Now there's something there. It's not letting me select a group of them. I'd like to just delete a bunch and then put my own bend keys. A few of them. I could do this with just a few. Hidden. Okay. I'm not sure what these are here. Camera. Oh, great. My camera's been animating. Oh, I'll have to delete the camera. My camera's been animating. Every time I move it, it puts another keyframe for the camera. Properties. Oh, but let's go back here to our bend. Okay, it's not showing me anything more here. Node object. I'm not sure. Okay, there is a way to zoom in and out of the timeline. And I'm not finding that either. Interpolation type. Okay, well, this video is kind of now, I would watch this from the beginning. You're going to get a lot of information from this and how to zoom in and out of this timeline. Don't know now. Z. So here we go. Okay, this area looks promising. And we're going to go here, right upper arm, bend. And I still can't zoom. Okay, zoom. Here it is. Zoom out up like this. Okay. Bend. Okay, this is my bend thing here. Okay, so I should be able to bring this back down a little bit. Okay, what's this? Move. Okay. C. Okay, this might have as one. Okay, that's how you zoom this way. Node. Okay, object. So I'm going to have to, okay, it might be up in here. No, that's how you get around. That's also not zooming. I'm used to like DAWs that are so featured. And this couldn't be like any less featured. It's really too bad that so much is that there's just not enough feature put into this. Okay. All right. Well, I have to do more work. Okay. I have to do more, get into the actual animation part of Daz itself. What I've done is I've given you a roadmap, and if you know how, if you know the Daz animation tools, then this is going to be your way to bring in your animations. And I will just give you a little bit of an idea of what I've done so far with animations with this. So we'll go to Mixamo, and this animation series. Finished videos. Okay, so this is going to give you, this is one of them that I've done. So this is a chicken dance. Okay. Now check out the quality of this. This is what we don't see on YouTube. Okay. This is the kind of stuff. This is what I've already done with this. All right. Luckily his hands don't go into his pants here. And so this animation, other than the fact that maybe I should have had him looking at the camera, but I think it's okay. Or maybe if I'd moved the camera just a little this way so I was looking towards the way he's looking, that might have been a good thing. This is the chicken dance. And and then we have this one. This guy is just kind of embarrassed or shy sort of thing, and shuffling his feet. But This one has a little bit of a problem, okay? Well, you see, I didn't really render it at as high a quality as I did, so you notice it's a little bit grainy. But if he was tiny, now this background is invisible, so whatever I put him in front of, he's just going to come in and, and scuff his feet and kind of look up and, kind of thing. So, but if you notice, see, these are the things I noticed. At the very first beginning, watch his legs. This back leg goes right through his front leg. And you don't notice it at first, but watch it. See that? And that's because I didn't learn how to do this this part with the hip bone and dragging it down, okay? So I didn't do that with that one, and that was it coming back and biting me. So you just remember you have to drag that hip bone down before you put the clothing on. It has something to do with that the hair has a bone structure, and the clothing and the pants have a bone structure. And if you change your main figure's bone structure and drag this particular hip bone down to the floor here, then put the clothing on, it throws off their reckoning of the figure. It's like all of a sudden the clothing says, oh, this isn't the Genesis 9 figure. And so what happens is if you put the clothing on and you put the shirt on and all of these things that are figures themselves that have hips and arms and fingers and hands, everything, that's the weird thing about clothing, is they're a figure also. And so they have all these joints and bending parts and stuff that are part of the clothing. And so you have to put the clothing on and the shirt on and the hair on, and then drag this piece down, or your figure will just kind of float and swim along the ground. It won't work right. And I've got one more to show you, one more image, one more video that I did, and this one came out pretty good. This guy, except the fact that I did it at a very low resolution. But again, this is so this was me just kind of starting out, and this was the first one that I did. And so he's kind of sneaking around a little bit. But if I had just done this with a little bit more, rendered it at a higher resolution, with a few more iterations, this came out perfect. And notice when he goes by how his feet are so articulate. It's using even his toes and all to move him around. And so yeah, and the little pinky kind of hanging out there. It's so yeah, this is an amazing, and I think this is my best one right here so far, the chicken dance. So and look at how nicely the clothing, I thought, okay, this little halter thing here, the suspenders, they're going to go right through his skin, and they're just going to, and notice how really nice it flows along with his skin. Wow. Yeah. So this is very nice. And the jeans, there's no D-force on them or anything, but they look pretty good the way they move with his body. So yeah, so this is and that's what this is going to be eventually. As soon as I could go through, it could take me like 2 hours to go and through But I'm going to learn how to go in and delete some of these keyframes. And I'm not seeing them here actually. But they're here. I put a bunch of them in when I moved. And my darn camera's all messed up now. So I'm going to have to just put a different camera in the scene. Where's my perspective view? So let's get back to the perspective view. Let's rewind this. Okay, and let's see how much I've destroyed this. Let's go to my perspective view. And what we'll do is delete the camera. And gone are those keyframes that I just automatically put in. What I'm going to do is we'll play this and make sure he doesn't walk out of this scene. Yeah, we're coming up to the section where he puts his hand right through his pants. It's so quick that you might not notice it. And what's nice is his pants aren't coming, his butt isn't coming through his pants anymore. So, I mean, it's almost like maybe I could get away with rendering this. Why not fix it? And then it's perfect. So, and this is good. I mean, it's jerky like this because it's all this geometry and all these textures and even if I went into wireframe or filament mode, it's still going to be jerky. It's probably going to be jerky and more jerky in filament mode than texture shaded. So it's close to midnight. So this is actually really cool. I probably should have used like you know, a zombie or something, you know. But where is his hair? Oh, we're in filament mode. Okay. So let's rewind this back to, and let's take a look at him and just see what he looks like again in Iray. Yeah, so this is going to be really cool once we do this. So, yeah, so it's probably worth going through, even if I have to frame by frame and moving his hand. But I'm going to figure out how to do this without I'm going to see if there's a way to just delete those frames. Okay, so I'm going to find, let's see how close I can get to him without him walking out of the scene, and then I'll put my camera there. Because he seems to only walk backwards. He doesn't walk ahead or over too far. Now I could probably start him over this way because let's see what happens now. Play it, see if he walks out of the scene. No, see, he hops out of the scene there. So we got to stop it, rewind it again. And we'll move him down a tiny bit. And we'll move the camera, move back a little. All right, let's see what happens. All right. We're in Iray doing this. So it's just forgetting it and saying, forget it. We're in Iray. We can't do this. Okay, now his foot walks out of the scene there. So we're going to go here. Rewind it again. We'll move it down. We're going to move it out a little more. And let's play it. Let's get our camera in the right place. For the most part, it's perfect. except for those sections where it's like his hand goes through his leg. These are things that I notice. Now, I don't think he walked out of the scene. I got to watch that again. I was talking. All right, let's see. I don't think his foot goes out of the camera. See, because if everything behind him is going to be invisible, I can't have his foot just miraculously disappearing, kind of, because it goes out of the frame shot. So, no, it doesn't. So he's fine now. All right, and that's the beginning again. All right, so we're going to save this. It seems to be working, and then we're going to go here and what was the other thing I needed to do? I'll put a camera in the scene. Create new camera. Perspective view. Okay, there's our camera, and this time we're going to lock the camera. We're not going to let ourselves do that again. Favorites, most used. All right, camera's locked. Save it again. I won't be doing that again, moving the camera. So now it's a matter of following through, but I'm going to go and watch some YouTube videos and learn a little bit more about getting down deep into these keyframes and how to mess with the tweens, they're called, okay? And so that what's a tween is like you move your finger here, okay? And then you move your finger over here, and the computer figures out all the little steps in between, okay? Those are called the tweens, all right? So you move it from here to there, and the computer figures out all the steps so it's smooth. But then it puts all those little steps in there, and if I could delete them all out, I could just maybe make another step here and put the arm there, and put a step over here and over here, and then get the computer to refigure the tweens. That's what we've got to do, all right? And I know how to do it in a lot of programs. I can do it in a lot of programs, but I'm not sure how to do it here in Daz. And so this is, and I'm not sure how to zoom in on the timeline. So I've got to watch some videos. So this is going to do it. Thank you for the likes. We got 3 likes today. I'm quite proud of this video today because I've given you guys some good information. Maybe, just maybe, people will go in and purchase some of these figures at the Daz store, or even use the free ones, the free Genesis 9 figures, and start making some B-roll of some of these cool moves, dance moves and motions, and someone coming in and clapping, or doing these kind of things, or blowing a kiss. You don't see any of this. And look at the quality of this. I mean, this is really nice. This guy doing the chicken dance, I mean, this is really, really, really nice quality here, okay? And this little video, this was only 143 frames, I think. Yeah, it was 143 frames. I went and cooked, heated up a bowl of soup in the kitchen, and came back, and it was done. So, yeah. And this is rendered at 2,000 pixels. So and Daz and it's a transparency. So if I put anything I put this video over top of for an overlay, it's going to just show him. It's this black is invisible. So that's what kind of video this is. So Very, very good stuff. So if I were to put this into Premiere or anything, it would just be him doing the little chicken thing. So yeah, and I mean, compared to like all of the kind of quirky and you know, some of the B-roll is very nice. I don't mean to just insult a bunch, but you never see stuff like this. You never see really good creative stuff done like this. And this right here, this didn't take me that long to make. It took me probably about maybe a half an hour to 40 minutes, maybe an hour to make this. But I can use it in so many different things now. And I can use it in my live streams. I could just push a button on my Elgato Stream Deck and have him pop up in this video right now. I could have him pop up in the corner down here, just doing little chicken dance for a minute. And I could even have some audio, throw some audio in there or something, you know, like this. You know, it's like, okay, Klaus, you know. So, you know, this is the kind of thing that this is what you don't see. All right, they're just, you know, and so that's what this video is about, is to show you people it, you know, and whether if YouTube's going to show it around and say whatever, you know, that's what this is about. It's about empowering creators to be more creative, okay? Because this is really cool. And this all comes from the Mixamo site, which is I can never remember how to spell that. Mixamo. That's why. From this site. And basically, this is my Genesis 9 figure that I uploaded here. And look at this. Female. And she's floating in the air. It says female, but you could use any figure for this. It's like, and have a little spaceship. And, you know, it would be, it's just, there's so much you can do with just sitting and clap and say, oh, that was good. Yay. And have some audience, some crowd applause, you know, but the thing is when you have a Daz character like this, you could have this guy with a beard, but with an old lady's hat or something, or like with clown hair, or because you just got all of your Daz resources that you can use with this, or just all of a sudden have an ogre walk by, you know, or a walk right by in the scene, or have him walk in place, and just be walking by, and you know, one of the orcs, you know, it's just, there's so much you can do with this, all these animations. It's really amazing, and you know, it's, if you've got yourself even a 1080 Ti or a 3080 graphics card, this isn't out of your reach, because if it took me with two 3090s like 20 minutes to render 140 frames, and at 2000 by like, I don't know, it was 2000 by like 800 or something pixels. This is a crouch and turn. It's just amazing. These are amazing. So, and, you know, I go by these. This is a scary clown walk. I can't wait to do this one. Let's zoom this out a little bit. So, or you can have him walk in place. and actually have a clown, because you know you got the the really creepy Daz clown, you know, with the big kind of red thing. Oh yeah, Daz has the scary clown with the really, you know, kind of dirty clown clothes and suit and the scary clown hair. Or you could just use any, you know, use the Daz zombies, or use it was some really, or the werewolf or anything, you know, just basically walking by, you know. There's so much you can do with this. Like this, you know, golf player, you could have like, you know, some cartoon figure, you know, playing golf, you know, that would be, and you can mirror it. If it's not the right angle, you can flip it around and mirror it. And then just save it, download it, and instantly it saves instantly, and you can bring it right in and convert it into an aniBlocks. And then once it's an aniBlocks, it's part of your palette from then on to be able to use this stuff. And if you look at this, there's probably not any chance that his hand's going to go through, unless you put a big gigantic like hoop skirt on or some dress on. It's that you're not going to have any problem with this one. Okay, it's just going to do, and a lot of these are like that. I happened to pick a complex dance one where they were moving and rubbing their hand, you know, and bringing their hands close to their body. But a lot of these are not going to have any problem with hands going through the their and look at this pose. That's beautiful right there. This dynamic pose. Look at that. That's just really, really nice. That would be just really nice in a still frame. So you just go download and save it, and you can instantly bring that in as an aniBlock and put it on your figure. And there they are. You've got this beautiful pose for a scene. A zombie crawl. So let's see what we got here. We can have them crawl in place. So they just keep crawling. It's like they're on a conveyor belt. Yeah, yelling. So this is an amazing. So I'm probably going. This is another one. Just imagine having your character come in like across the screen up here and go from one end of my video to the next, crawling in, and you can have them. It's like you can add each aniBlock and they'll keep crawling across. They'll move across. So each aniBlock that you drag in moves them further across. And so you make this big kind of widescreen video, you know, a wide one, and have them go from one end to the screen to the next. This is amazing. Oh, and they could be dressed in anything, any of your Daz clothing. And the thing is that you can also, once you get that animation set up, you can run a D4 simulation on that animation, and their clothes will do, and hair will do some funky stuff. And so the next video that I do is going to be one that is going to show you how to fix animations, and I'm going to go into depth, and we're going to open these this whole tool timeline up, and I'm going to figure out how to select these keyframes. I mean, I don't see any keyframes in here except for this. That's the only keyframe I see. I see one keyframe here. Now that's the camera one. Okay, let's go to let's bring this up and drag that down. Let's hide that for a moment. Now let's go back to his arm here. Right arm twist. This one here. Right upper arm. We go into the property. This is the bend property that I was having problems with. And so I don't see any keyframes here at all here. So I'm wondering if this is one keyframe. No, it can't be. Now, where's the play? Okay. No, see, I don't see any keyframes here. And I know I put like a bunch of them in and I just don't see them. So, all right. It's not gonna, I'm just spinning my wheels. So I'll be back, okay? And that's, if you know anything, you guys can write stuff in the comments and all about this, and how stupid I am not to know how to do this particular part. But this part is, considering there are so many animations that you can use, which won't require any kind of, like this one. He's climbing again across, shimmying left. Now this particular keyframe, it's not going to have any clothing issues because there's nothing touching. He's not running his hand close to his body, so it's not going to go through his shirt. It's just going to be use it and render it and you're done kind of thing. So, all right, I've given you guys a head start. I mean, no, I don't know if it says head start because I'm kind of a little ahead of some of them. And then there are people who are really way, 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 way ahead of me. But at this point, I don't think there are many because I don't see any of these kinds of animations in people's videos. They're not making these things. I've never seen, the only animations I've ever seen like this are on a couple of Daz, some of the instructors and the Daz commercials. Okay. Other than that, I've never seen anybody using these on YouTube. And there are how many billions of videos being uploaded every second, and it's just and it's like where are all these really cool these things where where is this stuff? It's just it's not here. It's not here yet. And that's what this video is about, is to say, hey, Daz is free. It comes with some free Genesis figures, okay? And even some clothing. And basically, it comes with enough stuff that you wouldn't have to buy anything other than possibly pay Mixamo for a month, and you could go through these, how many was... what is 90? What's Echo? What's 96 times 26?
96 times 26 is 2,496.
Yeah, there are 2,496 animations here for you to download to play with. So this one says plotting. I'm not sure. Flying bicycle. Okay, this is a hip-hop dance. This is really cool. Now, you see that right there? Now, this would be a cool little animation to have come in. And the only thing is, okay, now I'm not seeing the hands get too close to the body, which is nice. Oh, there was one part where it just came up and brushed up against the leg a little bit there. At the end. Right there, I think. See where the hand comes up. So I'm going to go download this and say this one is called what? Download. This one's called Arms Hip Hop Dance. That would go in the A's. Genesis 9, Mixamo, A. This is the A through ABC. What's up here? Okay, this is Genesis 9 Mixamo downloads. I thought I changed these. Oh, these are the ones that I've saved. Okay, this is my, so this is an Arms Hip Hop Dance. Okay, boom. Now I own this animation. It was that easy to save it. Okay, sitting and clapping, disbelief. Check shoes. Jumping down. Let's see. Jazz dancing. Look at this. That's cool. All right, we're going to save that one. Jazz dancing. Save. And I showed you guys how to take these. These are FBX files and turn them into aniBlocks. That's earlier in this video. So watch it. Standing and cheering. Look at this. I'm not sure how much. Yeah, that would be kind of cool to have just pop in the bottom corner and somebody, but dressed really zany, you know, and funny. So what's this, right? I've got a bunch of these. Okay, flying. Look at this. Let's zoom out on this. Oh, this is so cool. Have them fly right towards the camera. This is just amazing. I mean, where is all this stuff? Why aren't people doing this? It's so easy to do. And, you know, that's what I'm saying is that this is what's going on here. Bored. All right. Whatever. I'm here. I might as well save it. Bored. Okay. Well, this is it. This is why these are so important. Listening to music. Okay. You put some earbuds in their ears and have their. It looks like they're holding their phone. Yeah. It's just really cool. This is where you get your some interesting B-roll that sets your channel apart, because nobody has this stuff and it is so absolutely cool. Sitting and clapping. I can actually hear them clapping. And there's no sound, but for some reason I could hear that. So sitting, clapping. Okay, so we're going to do this. I already have one, so we're going to call this 1. Sitting, clap 1. Okay, we got 2 of them, so we're going to, we'll say sitting and clapping 2. And that might be the one I have. Vampiric bite. Entering code. If it says that I already have this, so I'm not going to do it. I've done a bunch of them. Nope. Well, no. So I didn't have that one. Victory. It's like, yay, our team won. We'll save that. I'm not sure. You know, the thing is that this particular Genesis 9 figure looks kind of boring, but you put all kinds of clothes on them. You put them in a stadium, and you know, you could do so much with them. Hit by a car. Ow. Oh, ow. Stomping, running backwards. So, yeah, a lot of them are kind of game oriented. But then there are some that it's just like you have to look through and you say, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see this one. This is so, and this one's, it's like they're crazy. So it just so yeah, and this is what I've been doing, just going through here. I've got 2,000 of them to go through, and they're talking, and and these guys, they're in a spaceship, and one of them's pushing the button, sitting in the chair. You got a guy sitting in the chair pushing buttons, and you can have like a one of those transparency panels for them to push buttons, and this guy's just talking, this is really the doorway to making animations as well. This is talking. Let's go talking. Let's call it talking 1. I already got one, so we'll go talking 2. The other ones are them standing up and talking. And male sitting pose. I've got plenty of poses. Female dance pose. I think I've got that. Cheering. House dancing. Do I have this one? I mean, that's really cool. Now, you watch his hands to make sure they don't get too close to his pants. See, there was that one part where it got close, and that would have gone right through his pants. But this is a long little ditty here. A very long little ditty, and it looks like there was only one spot that had a problem. So, and we're going to learn to fix those problems. So, this is house dancing. I might have some of these already. So we'll do this house dancing 1. Oh, we already got house dancing 1 as well. So we'll go house dancing 2. Okay, I'm kind of on the last page of things. So leg sweep, back flip. I think I have one of them already. Yeah, I do. I know I do. Female dance pose. Northwest Soul floor spin. Oh, this is like the 4 tops. Like, baby. All right, that's cool. Now watch what we'd have for problems here with the hands. I think we could probably get that would be so cool. It is just amazing right there. Look at that. That's just wow. So, and you could dress him up in kind of like really soul clothes. You could have a black guy, and he would be and a microphone stand in front of him. It would be so cool in a nightclub. Yeah, or it's really cool. I'm just really amazed by this technology. Swinging. All right, what do we got here? Somebody just swinging through. It's like, what was that? All right, so we got a swinging one. That is cool. Let's see what else we got. Falling into a pool. So you have to have something like a little plane here, so it looks like they're falling into something. And the way they like hang like that is very cool. That's falling into a pool. I see that one's kind of funny too, or they'd be falling into the scene. All right, falling into a pool, jumping. Let's see this whole one. Let's see what we got. Oh, I might have this one, but let's see. That's a cool jump right there. So it says jumping, but I might have, it might not, I might not have. I think I've got that one, but I'm not sure. But we've got it again then. This one's kind of nice. You throw a ball in and bounce it off and have it fly back out. This would be kind of cool. I'm not sure about that one. I could do what I could do with that. I mean, I could throw a ball in and have it bounce off his head, but magical heel. This is kind of nice. That would be nice to have some kind of rays shooting out of his hand. Magic heel. Run and jump, hit reaction, standing idle. And this is really nice. This standing idle, you think, well, why would you want that? But look, they're breathing, they're moving, they're just actually, you see, they're, see, this is nice. These standing idle ones are really nice. They're, you know, they're not just, and it's a way to kind of have people double take and see a scene and think, oh, that's another Daz scene. But then you look and say, oh my God, they're breathing. they're moving. This is they're alive. Yeah, this is very nice stuff. So, putting something down. You put something down into the, that's interesting because, you know, it's so in the inside you can make this tomb room, like a Tomb Raider kind of room with and you put the magical key into the and this door opens kind of thing. It's funny. I love this stuff. Standing clap, another one of these. I know I've got some of these, but it's where they actually get up and clap. Very cool. Standing clap, let's say 1. All right. What's this? See, this is some kind of kick. I'm kind of staying away from sort of the violent stuff. Female, okay. I mean, I just don't have that much of a use for it. Pike walk. Not sure. Okay, what? That's kind of funny. Yeah, we'll do that one. Whatever gesture. That's kind of nice. Whatever. All right. Receiving CPR. Okay, being carried. This could be interesting, carrying somebody across. You set them down. All right, we'll That would require 2 people, which could be interesting. That's one of the few interaction poses that I've seen. Hands forward gesture. It's like, I got it. So what I'm doing is saving these. This is Genesis 9 here. And I'm saving these. I'm saving this Genesis 9 figure with these animations in it. And then I can extract them out and bring them, and then they'll be part of Daz Studio. So, salsa dancing. What's nice about this particular dance is their hands don't get in too close to their clothing. So I could do this. I could use this. I have a bunch of salsa dancing ones. 4, I think. Yeah, well, that was a lucky. All right, jumping, sitting, backwards, samba dancing. All right. Samba dancing 2. No, we already got to samba dancing 2. We'll go samba dancing 3. I probably have more than. No, samba dancing. Salsa dancing is another salsa. See these, so they'll go 3. No, we already got a lot of these. So let's go to 4. Probably got 4 of them also. Yeah, 5. 5. There it is. Hip hop move. Oh, that is cool. And I got some other hip hop moves too. 1. There we go. A tripping. Let's see what we got here. I think I've already got. Oops. Let's see what we got. Ouch. All right. We'll do the tripping one. Oh, a skateboard. Nice. I never even thought of that. You could have them skating by in front of the video. Tripping 1. So this is cool. Oh, nice. You can have them skating in place too. Hovering over while everything under them goes by. So you have this scene kind of on a carousel animating, and they're just kind of in the center while the scene animates around. That would be very cool. So this is very cool. I like this one a lot. And all you do is just animate a skateboard to move, to stay. Actually, this if you do the carousel thing where the scene kind of spins around them, you could have the skateboard just sits in one place. It could kind of make it move a little bit, kind of, but skateboard 1. That is very cool. This one's kind of triumphant in a way with the torch. I like that. It's kind of like bright idea kind of thing. What I'm thinking is that these will be very nice it's like a language. It's like while I'm live, I can just push a button and all of a sudden there's this little skateboard thing going. Or while I'm live, I can just push a button and there's somebody holding a torch and saying, you know, and it kind of like adds a little bit of interest to a live performance to have all kinds of buttons, sneak walk, and have somebody sneaking by. This would be very nice. Or sneaking in place and have the scene going by them. So we zoom this way. It's like, okay, nobody sees me. So I like this one. We'll do the sneak by one. I think there's a way to set these aniBlocks so you can have them do it in place, and you can also mirror them in aniBlocks, but I'm not sure how to do those yet. That was a happy right turn. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Something to kind of sandwich in. Kneeling. So, I mean, these, I would be doing this even if I wasn't like live right now. This is what I'd be doing, is coming in. I'd be downloading these and getting them so I can use them. I don't have these golfing ones. I'm going to have somebody really funny, maybe a clown golfing or something. A creepy clown or a kettlebell swing. Oh, okay. Now, what I was thinking it would be really nice, cheering while sitting. I think I have this one, but I don't think I might not have this one. There's a golf drive and a golf chip. If I only knew the difference. No, I don't have that one. And golf drive, I don't really know the difference between the two, but a chip, I guess, is a small one, where a drive is a long shot. And the thing is that you can put these together, and they like the figures just kind of move their way into the next move. So like I could have them jump up, and then I have a climb one, and so I could use the climb next, and then they start climbing up. So the jump up goes with the climb one. And a right turn. It's kind of more like a leg shift. Right turn 1, we'll go right turn 2, 1. Crying. Ice, okay. That reminds me of The Sims. I mean, and the thing is that like The Sims, I mean, compared to these Daz figures, the Sims don't look anything as nice as this. I mean, the Sims don't look like that, you know? They do not. Their hair just doesn't look like that. They just don't look like this at all. And I could have given him chest hair. I could have given him shoes. I could have done all kinds of stuff with him. I could have even animated his hair so it moved around, and I could have made him blink a few times through this. So, yeah. And you can make aniBlocks that are blinks, and then just add them in and put them right wherever you want them to. Victory. I think I might have this one, or one like it. Yeah, we got one, a victory. We'll go try. I don't know which one I have, so we'll go victory 1. We got some standing and claps. So I'm getting pretty much now. Some of these are packs, have packs too. Breathing idle. See, this is the one I want. This breathing idle one, because they're kind of shifting from one leg to the other. I mean, this is where you see something and it looks like a scene, and then you look and say, "Oh my gosh, no, they're moving." That's what's really nice about this. Can you see? I want to see if his chest is actually going in. Yeah, see his shoulders are going up, like he's at least got the I don't see his chest going in and out, but you know, that's something that I could very easily animate. Just throw that in, the chest moving in and out, the abdomen going in and out, the diaphragm coming up and down. I do see it bend, his back bending right about here. It's very nice. So that's a very important one right there to me. Here's another samba dancing. Very cool. So once I'm going to just start putting some garb on my figures and having them dance to this stuff. Let's say 6. Some hip hop dancing. Where's my mouse? Yeah, I don't have that one. Okay. 2. No. I have a bunch of hip hop ones, but I don't have that one. 3. 4. There it is. Belly dancing. I have a different belly dancing one, but this one I don't have. This is really cool. All right. So we go and save this one. I'm going to have some fun with that one. I know I am. And the thing is his hands don't get too close to his clothes, so that's going to be a really nice one. Dribble. I don't know that standing up. I think I have this one, but let's do it anyway. I have some like this. Two. All right. Stabbing. Don't need that. Punching. Walking. They look like they're walking upstairs. This one is nice. See, you go through these and then you say, "Oh, I haven't seen this one." You know, it's just I have not seen this one at all. I'm so you just like I said, you can take the aniBlocks and you can just add more, and they'll keep going up the stairs. This is amazing. I love this one. Walking up the stairs. See, if I hadn't come back here, I would have missed this one, you know? Waking. And look at his hands are already going through his body. There may not be I'm not sure that. Let's do it anyway. Why not? It takes a second to save it. That's waking. Okay, this guy looks like he's holding a gun. Yeah. Scary clown stopping. Okay, this is the one. All right, this I might have this one, but If it says I do, then I do, but yeah, I have the Stereo Clown stopping. Swing dancing. I don't think I have this one. That one is very nice. Very cool. I've got one of them, but swing dancing 1. I've got a few other swing dancing. You put them together and you got a longer dance. Warrior, idol, throw, aggressor. Oh, I don't know what I'd use that one for, but let's save it in. Oh, we got plant to plant. I've got like picking berries and okay. Now it looks like his hand, his hand goes down into the ground because there's supposed to be a divot there. All right. Sitting idle, okay. He's not idle because he's moving a little bit, and that's what's nice. Sitting idle. Okay. I'm going to do this last page in golf putt. This is a really slow one. Oh, I'm not sure that I'm into the golf putt thing. Well, I got it already in there. Might as well save it. Golf putt. Can. I didn't have this one. I haven't seen that one. The dwarf walk. Why would this be a dwarf? It's kind of because the way their arms go. It does look like little steps where there's something proportional there. So 21. Okay, now if I go to another page, I'll end up doing another 90 of them. All right, so this is a fast run. I wonder if I have this. This is important. No, I don't have that one. Another cheering while sitting. I wish I could have gotten like a discus and like pole vault and a few other things. Now, knocked out, writhing in pain. Football catch. I think I've got this catwalk one, but not this one. That's the start of it. Jumping up. Yeah, I might need that because it goes, I think it goes with other ones. Like you jump up and then you flip over kind of thing. Talking on a cell phone, that's important. Very cool. It's a long one, too. That's funny. Running forward and flip. Yeah, so this is turn to running. Okay, it's like, let's get out of here. That's cool. You're facing and then running off. I like that one a lot. Standing up. I don't have this one. There's a another spell cast. I do have some other standing up ones, but not this one. And I like these spell cast ones too. I can just weave like animated magic. That's going to be really fun to do stuff with that. And I could dress him in a wizard, like a wizard. And maybe even have a like dragon breathing behind him. If he's a Genesis 8 dragon. Now you can also, what you would have to do, you can use your Genesis 8 figures here. You just have to load your Genesis 8 figure in, and there's a whole other ball of wax on how you save your Genesis 8 figure, probably your Deb figure, and then upload the character here, your Genesis 8 figure, and then you use these same animations on the Genesis 8 figure and right cover sneak. It's like, I'm not doing nothing. Don't notice me. Hello. You didn't see that. Okay, right cover sneak. One. And this is happy. Oh, we got swing dancing too and wave hip hop dance. It's like everything is so fluid. Okay, and I'm happy. Happy all the time. All right, we've got swing dancing. I've already got some push ones, but I don't know if I've got that push one. Wave. I'm enjoying myself here. These are I just love this. I love this so much. It's all of a sudden these figures that I've been using so long. It almost looks like the Charleston there. Well, it probably is. It says swing dance, but well, it's a little different than the Charleston. 3. And we might as well get this push opening. See the opening one? Opening something up. And we've got some closing ones too. Two. And we've got this push one. I've got a bunch of push ones, so I like that. Download. So this is going to give me a massive collection. Golf tee up. That's the one I did already. 20. Oh, I like this. Like Logan's Run kind of thing. It would be so cool to have them like jogging out in towards the camera out of some like kind of really like kind of dreamlike place. Jogging forward diagonal. That is a very cool one too. You get enough of these, and now you add these on top of each other, and they'll just keep running at like this at this turn kind of thing. And that one where he was walking out, all of a sudden he could start running and just run. This is amazing. I just find this so. This the thing is he's holding a gun, and I not much I can do with that, so I'm not gonna fall and land. Oh, that's a nice one right there. So you have him jump out of like the clouds or something, and I even have some dropping ones. Well, this would be dropping enough. Yeah. And then he could just continue running it around around the corner. So you see how they can fit together. And they just, I don't know how it happens, but they seamlessly just meld into one another and run forward. This is idle to a sprint. And then you use that running, the jog forward diagonal. You add that one after. This is nice. Front raises, what's this? I'm not really sure what that says to me. Now this is interesting. It's some kind of dance, I think. I don't see it as like a karate move, so I mean it could be, but catwalk, stop, twist a little. I probably need this. It's just little pieces that you put together to make the catwalk, where they stop, they turn, twist a little bit, then they twist that way, and then they turn and they walk back. So you put them together and you got a whole catwalk sequence. All right, we're gonna go with this too. Come on. 4. Fast run. I've got a bunch of fast runs, but this is obviously a different kind of fast run than the other ones I have. Two. Run backwards. He's there holding a gun. Let's see. So he jumps up and back down. Oh, so something can slide under him, like jump rope or something. But it's like, so something can go under him. It's like, or something's coming towards him that he can jump over. So that's interesting. Run backwards, shaking it off. Yeah, I'm not feeling that one. Running backwards. That's interesting. I like that. As fast as they can go. That's funny. Step up to bat. I've got a few of these bat ones, so we might try this. We might get this. I don't know what I'll do with it, but and then I've got the swing one, so exiting a car. I like this one. Shut the door. I like this one. This great sword crouching, that's kind of interesting. I will... Goalkeeper insult. I don't know if I want that one. Cheering while sitting. That's just another one of these, but okay. We'll go one. All right. Left turn. I'm not feeling that one either. Thriller part 1. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is the beginning of that thriller sequence? Oh, doom, doom. You hear that? The music. That's interesting. Very cool. I'm glad I found this one. See, I wouldn't have found this. That's what we're doing. I'd throw this into our thriller routine. We can't do that now, but... You know, I just thought of something. I probably should have been... Now, this is something to think about, people, because this is an aniBlock. And so what I would have to do is take this aniBlock, bake to studio keyframes. You see what I'm... What? Yeah, see, this aniBlock is controlling the... And so that may be why there are no keyframes here. And I think what I have to do is take the aniBlock and convert the aniBlock to the timeline. And then once I convert this to the timeline, then all of my keyframes will be there. So this is something to think about, all right? That might be what's going on here. Studio, create an aniBlock from studio keyframes. Bake studio keyframes, and that would bake them into this character. I'm not sure that yeah, that, and then you export it like to Blender, and the animation is baked into the character. I'm not sure that I want to do that right now either. So I need to watch some videos on this. So that's going to do it for me. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today on animating Genesis 9 figures in Daz Studio. And that is exactly what we are doing. So I might be back with part 2 of this tutorial. Okay. Part 2 will be working with keyframes, okay? And working in this section and fixing the aniBlocks animations so that they, when you have hand going through a leg or something, how do you fix that? That's what we're going to be working on next. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. And please leave comments, like, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. when you watch my videos, it helps put time on my channel, and maybe someday I can actually make an income from this channel. I certainly have put a lot of time into it for a channel that's not even able to get ads or anything. So, all right, well, this is me doing my part to try and enrich the creator ecosystem on YouTube. The more people that see this, the more chance that we're going to have some interesting B-roll animations on YouTube, because there certainly aren't that many right now. People are just kind of grabbing little sections out of movies and, you know, uh-oh kind of stuff, and they're nice, but it'd be nice to see some Daz figures utilized, some people using some of these more complex. They're not that complex to do, as you can see. This is all very good stuff, so this is what we're doing here. Right when the music stops, we get him back. So now this is 30 frames per second. So that clapping is, you don't usually get to see clapping that's that articulate. So with the frames, so you can, it's a very little bit of kind of blur, motion blur there. So, all right, very good. Take care. I will see you again in the next video. Angus, have a lovely evening. And I hope this tutorial sits right, and it helps you to kind of say, you know, I think I can do that. I think I can do that. I have the video now if I just follow the video. And I'll tell you also that doing this, like going that process, if you just saw me, just all I was doing was clicking on animations and downloading. Click, download, click, download, click, download. Then you have that whole file of downloaded file. Then you can import those in the FSK, I can't, FSB, I forget now what they are, I'm getting tired. You have that whole folder of, I think they're FSB files. You have that whole folder that you can go import. They're right in here. FBX files. You have the whole folder here of FBX files. And look at them. You can just instantly load them in, turn them, watch the beginning of the video, you'll see, turn them right into aniBlocks. And then use them on any Genesis 9 figure. So you can have hundreds, well, thousands of aniBlocks. So that's really an interesting kind of concept right there, to get your Genesis 9 figures moving, rendering some animations, and get them out there for the world to see and admire and say, how did they do that? You know, this is the beauty of Daz Studio and the ecosystem that we have here. So it's very cool, very, very cool. So I think I gave you guys a good head start. The next video will go deep into the Daz timeline and converting these aniBlocks into the timeline. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. I will see you again soon. Have a lovely, lovely evening. It is 11:30 at night. And I have been here 3 hours. I knew it would be a long video, so I kind of made it longer than it needed to be. But I think it's been very, very good. So take care. Bye-bye for now. RexRed saying so long. This is EZ3DTV. This is what we do. We make things easy by giving you long videos that kind of go into some depth so it sticks in your mind, so you remember it, and then you can become proficient at it, okay? It's not something that you do once and forget how to do it, and then you have to go look it up again and again. You watch this video and you follow along, and this should stick in your mind and stay with you, okay? It has with me. So, alrighty. Bye-bye for now. Take care. I'll see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. And we gotta have our guy dancing while we move out here. There we go. Alrighty. See you again soon, people. Alrighty. Bye-bye.